Okay, welcome back. So this is the most advanced lecture on list comprehension. So I hope that you have went and practiced enough the previous two sessions. Don't rush at all. It's totally fine. These concepts take time. So don't worry if it is taking a lot of time for you to understand. It's completely fine. Okay. Like when I was learning, I have taken around a week to understand what is happening. Okay. So please don't worry about it. I have already made it very simplified for you so that you don't have to check multiple resources. Okay. Now let's talk about the most advanced variant, which is when you're working with nested loops. Okay. So question 3 is working with nested loops. Okay. For example, if I have a matrix or a list of lists, okay, let's say 2, 3, 5 and 3, 6, 1. Now when I want to iterate over this list, what do? I actually write a nested loop like this. N equals to length of a, m equals to length, sorry, rather than that, what I do is for a row in a, for element in row, okay, print element, let's say element square. And this is how I can print the square of every element in sequence: 2, 3 square, 5 square, 3 square, 6 square, 1 square, like that, right? Now this is a nested loop. I can actually use nested loop in list comprehension as well. But as I told you, not every time I will unnecessarily use list comprehension. Only when the code is simple, I will try to use list comprehension. Otherwise, I will skip it. So how I can do it is, I can say b equals to, again, empty list. Now, when you are writing nested loop, you can simply write it the same way. Okay. For example, just look at the way I'm writing it step by step. So for row in A, okay, the first line for row in A, then space for element in row, the second loop as it is, without hitting enter, without hitting colon, nothing. For row in A, for element in row, and now I will go here and I'll say print element square or store element square. So see, sequences for row in A, second sequences for element in row. This is working like a nested loop, and then you are simply storing element to the power 2 for every element of that row. And with this, once you do print p, you have actually created a list that stores squares of all the elements. I know that it can look a bit complicated, but with practice, this will become very, very simple. And don't go beyond 2 loops. Otherwise, it will make very unnecessarily complicated. Okay. Again, this is optional. You don't have to mandatorily write it like this. Even this code is 100% fine. But once you practice, and this I am teaching you so that when you go to great companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, okay, you will actually understand what the code they have written. Okay. So yeah, with this, I hope it was useful. Keep practicing and all the best. Thank you.